practice test. It's going to be a little bit different than the way we're going to do it on the final exam day. I'm going to read the word, give you a sentence, and then the screen's going to go blank for about 60 seconds. When it comes back on, I'll show you the answer, okay? So that you can compare what you did to see how you're doing. And if you need a little extra time, go ahead and pause because this is for practice, okay? Number 1, lose. Our team can't lose. Lose. Be sure that you have that descender over here, okay? And even though it's spelled with an S, we pronounce it with a Z. And be sure to include those slashes always for broad transcription. Number 2, surfed. We went to the beach and surfed. Surfed. We're using right hook reverse epsilon because it's a one syllable word, so it's going to be stressed. Oh, and that ed ending. I didn't say surfed, I said surfed with a t sound. Number 3, round. A circle is round. Round, make sure you check your on glide and off glide for the diphthongs. You can do a turned R if you used a regular lowercase r. I would certainly have accepted that. Number 4, crunch. I heard a crunch. Okay, make sure you used a K, not a lowercase c. We're never going to use a lowercase c, okay? We have the turned V because it's a one syllable word, so it's stressed. Turned R or lowercase r, both are acceptable. Notice that the tesh, the affricate here, is connected. Okay, so when you handwrite it, make it one symbol. Keep them together. Number 5, huge. That piece of cake is huge. All right, so we have a blend here to start because it was huge, not huge. The affricate is connected. And then for that lowercase u, we've got that descender over here. We want to avoid anything that looks like that because that's a different symbol. Number 6, Latin. We both studied Latin. Okay, so first off, lowercase l, even though it's capitalized in conventional English, we don't follow those capitalization rules when we transcribe. I used a lowercase t because you don't have to worry about allophones for this assessment, but you could have certainly used a glottal stop there. Either one would be acceptable. And then there was no vowel in that second syllable. So it was just a syllabic N. So there's the N by itself, and there's that syllabic diacritic that has to be there so you know it's a special kind of N. All right, be sure to watch my mouth for this next one. Ready? Falls. Catch it before it falls. Okay, so the vowel was aw, not ah. And even though the spelling is a letter S, it was pronounced with a Z sound. Otherwise, we get false, like true and false. Number 8, badge. Can you show me your badge? Okay, we have lowercase b, the ash symbol, and the affricate j. Again, for affricates, make sure they're connected. One symbol. Number 9, metal. The door is made of metal. Okay, we've got the vowel here was epsilon, eh. Notice it's the same size, same height as other lowercase letters. I used a lowercase t. Uh, it was certainly pronounced with an alveolar tap, but I'm not going to be super picky about those allophones. And then it was a syllabic L, metal, dull. So my tongue didn't release and then go back up for the ol. It stayed in place and just let some air off the sides. So we need that syllabic diacritic. Fitted. She got her suit fitted. Okay, so we have two syllables. So here we have two vowel phonemes. Again, you could use lowercase t. It was certainly pronounced with the alveolar tap, but you don't have to show that. Notice that the small cap I is the same height as just the crossbar for the F. It's not as tall as a capital I. And a reduced vowel here. And don't spend a lot of time worrying about which one to use or trying to differentiate them. Just use one of the reduced vowels. Okay, watch me for this next one. Ready? Father. Have you met my father? Okay. So the vowel was ah, script A. And then we have to make a decision. Is it going to be eth or theta? Is it father or father? It's eth. It's the voiced version, which we tend to use for um, relations in our family tend to be pronounced this way, like mother, father, brother. And then we have this unstressed at the end, so it's going to be a schwar. Number 12, cushion. Sit down on the cushion. Okay. Cushion, we have If you used this, you would have cushion, cushion. So that's not going to be it. If you had done this one, that would be cushion. No. We have esh. A lot of people have been struggling to make the esh. Remember, the body of the esh is a vertical line. All right, so there should be no diagonal orientation to this line. Otherwise, it starts looking like a capital S, and it starts at the top line and it goes below the baseline. And then we have here, we need a reduce vowel. Doesn't matter what you pick, use one of those. Okay? Abuse. Don't abuse your friends. Ready? The first syllable is unstressed. Abuse. We have another hidden ya here. We know that there's a real phoneme ya because we take it out, we get a booze. The U has that descender. And then, even though it's spelled with an S, we pronounce it with a Z. Otherwise, we get the other form. So this is the verb. And the noun in English would be abuse with an S sound. Finger. I cut my finger. This is a tough one. Ready? If not, hit that pause button. All right. So for words with ing, the syllable ing, we use small cap I. It's spelled with an N, but we don't say finger. It's finger. Likewise, we also have another g in there because we don't say finger, we say finger. Okay, and I say we say this, but it depends on dialect. Certainly, if someone says finger, you could transcribe it that way. Okay, Michigan. She's flying to Michigan. Ready? Okay. So first thing, it's a state, but we're not going to capitalize this M. So lowercase m, and this is going to be, this is the stressed symbol, Michigan. So that's going to be the small cap I. But these other two vowels here are reduced. So you could have done any combination that you wanted of reduced vowels. You could do Michigan, 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 whatever you want. Just for reduced vowels, don't waste time trying to differentiate them, but just recognize when you need one. Therapy. That child needs speech therapy. Ready? All right, so we had to choose which TH sound we wanted. We're going to use theta, therapy, not therapy. Notice that it is the same height as a zero. We don't want to do this symbol, which is called barred O. That's different. It's an air word. All right, so we're going to use epsilon. I use a turned R, but if you use lowercase r, that would be fine. A reduced vowel, therapy. So this could have also been this or this. And then I said E at the end, but the book, encourages you to consider therapy, which I would have accepted. Number 17, azure. The C is the color azure. Ready? Azure. So we have unstressed syllable here, and this was the zh sound. Um, it's not as common in English as a lot of the other consonants, but it's still a consonant of English. So be sure to spend some time just looking at the types of words that contain zh, like Parisian, um, Asian, uh, beige, luge, usually, um, things like that. Corrosion. Number 18, plank. Time to walk the plank. Ready? All right. This is an ank word. And in a lot of the feedback requests and in the clinical applications assignments, I often have said, review ank words, right? So it's not the diphthong A. It's not plank, plank. It's going to be a followed by ng. And these together give you ang, ang, plank. Okay? And again, this has to be ingma unless you hear someone say planic, which is pretty uncommon. Although I did have a high school art teacher who said things like bank and plank. 19. Therefore. I think, therefore I am. Okay, so we have two R-colored vowels. There, for. So we have an air word followed by an or word. The TH, you can try them both. There, there. So it's going to be the voice one. Therefore. 20. Measurement. Let's check the measurement. Ready? So we have notice it's the same height as the lowercase m. And here we've got another je, measure, not measure, not messer, not mezier, okay? Reduced syllable here, so it's measurement. And here, just know that it's not likely to be measurement. Take a measurement. So we need something. It definitely sounds more like mint than meant, but you could have also used a schwa or a bardai. Okay. So that's just some examples, some words to give you a sense of what you need to do, and just to kind of review some of those concepts that come in to help us tune our hearing so that we catch things like zh and th and ank words, and when S is pronounced as z. So try doing some more words. You can certainly work with a buddy, give each other pairs to try, and reach out with your questions.